Good afternoon and welcome to yet another wonderful interview with me, your presenter, Nimatami. Today we are here to interview Ambassador Essa Bokarr, together with my co-host Mariam.
Good afternoon, beautiful viewers. I am Mariam Kidera, a co-host for today's interview.
Thank you, Mariam, for that. And now I will allow our interviewee to introduce himself.
Thank you very much, Nima Jame, Jilanka, and Mariama here, and our able camera, Maria too.
Yes.
Okay. Well, my name is Ambassador Essa Bokarr. I have served as an ambassador, just to give a synopsis of my career, in France. I've served in Russia, in Hungary, in Bulgaria, in Romania, in Spain, just to name a few. Central Eastern Europe, Western Europe. I've also served as ambassador in Taiwan, the Republic of China on Taiwan, for 2 years, covering Philippines and Indonesia. Then I also served as ambassador in Washington, D.C., covering Canada, Brazil, Venezuela, Cuba. That's my career as a diplomat, just to make it short. And I have been with the United Nations when Gambia was a non-permanent member of the Security Council. I served there also for about 2 years. Then my career ended with the former government, and then I remained in the United States of America, worked for corporate America, worked for the U.S. Ministry of Defense as a contractor, and I worked for one of the biggest banks in the world, Bank of America, and from there I worked for the Ministry of Defense as a contractor in the U.S. Army as a linguist, among other functions. So I came back to the Gambia and I served as the Deputy Chief Executive Officer of OIC, and I was also a security coordinator within and outside the Gambia during the process. So I went back to America again and then was hired to be a university instructor in Jefferson County Public Schools. And I came back here. Now I'm here to be the head of the Forward Gambia movement, which is part of the political talks and everything you can see. We're in activities all over the place. And that's who I am. Right? Maybe I can fix it and say I'm your uncle.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So, we have, through your introduction, realized that you have now left the diplomatic part and you are now being into politics. So, I want to know, can you tell us what inspires you? Like, what inspires your transition from diplomacy to active politics?
I wouldn't say I have transitioned because, like they always say, ambassador is always an ambassador. And the role of a diplomat, in fact, is needed more than ever before where I am right now, because the role I play as far as the coalition talks and all the things, diplomacy plays a central part of it. So, not to be posted at an embassy as an ambassador representing a government, but I am still a diplomat in one way or the other, on all sides and all angles. Okay, a good question when you said what motivated me or what made me transition from diplomacy to active politics. I have not transitioned. I'm still using my diplomatic skills to help bring people together, to help introduce ideas, views, strategies that can bring us change people can believe in, every citizen can believe in. I'm into politics, to be known, to be traveling, to be speaking, but I have been a very active participant in national matters, ranging from the general to the specific, from inside the government, outside. If you type my name right now on the arena, I think Uncle Google can give you a lot about me. And then I get to YouTube and also tell you more. And big Facebook and also give you more. Or, you know, Mariama Kijera. So that is it. I mean, so I think it's a balance between the two. Professional. I'm a professional, and then a diplomat, and then I would say, when you say professional, diplomacy is part of it, and into politics. Well, politics in the Gambia, I am in it, but with a different approach. We can elaborate on that.
You have served the Gambia in several diplomatic roles across the world. I want to know which experiences have shaped your vision for the country the most.
Okay. Well, it's a powerful question. I like it. Experience, they always say that, is the best teacher. But I challenge that saying. I think you will agree with me tomorrow. Today you can go home with them. Experience is the best teacher, but experience can also be the worst teacher. What is it teaching you? Because if you are an experienced thief, experience taught you something bad. And we have experienced thieves, don't we have them?
Yeah,
If you are an experienced drug dealer, or an experienced human trafficker, or an experienced terrorist, you will still experience, right?
yeah.
So just to put humor in there, because it's very important, like the French would say, should they talk, it's very important humor to feel free around me, I feel free around you, so that we can have a natural conversation, because we are not talking to ourselves, we are talking to the people, so just feel free, relax, we have a conversation here. Yes, I have gathered some experience, definitely, as a diplomat, but there is one side of my life also I haven't mentioned. I am a soldier. I was in the army, served for 5 years, was sent to Senegal, trained, came back. It's when I left to go and study again, and that's where I rose to be an ambassador. I left the army, had a program, was trained here at Dakar University, Saint-Plain Mystique, and became to Besançon in France. Came back, that's why my first diplomatic posting, I was sent to France because I speak French. So the experience that I believe has, as you said, either shaped or influenced my vision for the country. It's what I would say is the experience of transnational cultures, from Gambia to Senegal, Senegal to France, France to America. I have accumulated a lot of experience when it comes to different cultures in different countries. It helps because in diplomacy, you must be ready to be schooled in the fine traditions of diplomacy, which is protocol, decorum, niceties, the ability to sell the potentials of your country, or you will fail. But number one in it is that you must sell the potentials of your country. Because you are outside not to sell the potentials of the countries that receive you, your hosts. You are there to sell the Gambia's potential. For example, like you said, the vision for my country, I like that word you used there. One must have a vision, that is, I agree with you, that if you want to be a diplomat or even anything else, if you don't have a vision, you are just nowhere, because it's just like you sit here and tell Mariama Kijera, come on, blindfold me, but I can still walk in the streets. So that's true. That's the vision. Literally speaking, you have to have a vision, not to be using your eyes, but you have to have the mindset of a diplomat, how to sell your country, what are the potentials, even the human capital. Because when you say potential, some people they only think of the sea species, they think of what you can sell, but the first potential is the human capital, the people. Okay, for example, I'm a diplomat, I go to India, and they ask me, do you think you have presentable young ladies that can help us if we have to come and install a television in the Gambia? That's selling potential. I can turn around and say, yeah, of course I have. Her name is Mariama, right? Maria too is there. She knows how to operate the camera. She's good at editing. Okay, Mariama Kijera is here. Majami is there. I mean, that's one side of it. No jokes. That's really one side of it to sell the potentials of your country, because they will feel that, oh, then when we invest in the Gambia about media, these young ladies can do it. Another thing is, I used to say that in Taiwan, there was a time they carried a story on me on Taipei Times. And I said that we have the best prawn tigers. Prawn tigers are these lobster fish, the big ones. We have those in the Gambia, prawn tigers. Do they sell them? I don't know. Okay? So you can also say, okay, we have elminite. We have laterite stone in the Gambia. We have a 350 long river of fresh water. You have bird watching in the Gambia. You have hippopotamuses, my friends. I call them friends. I like hippos. People always laugh when I say, it's your friend. You are the only one who is their friend. I'll protect my friends. So this is one of the things I said. It had helped me to have a vision in a simplistic, because diplomacy is not about coming and speaking Shakespearean English, quoting philosopher Kant and Nietzsche and everybody, and then people will say, oh yeah, this man is a very good English. Like we joke with him, it's not good English. It's a good English spoker. So I don't want to do that, because we have to know what we are selling.
Yes.
From the simplest thing to the other thing that is rare, because Gambia has many things that are rare. We should sell those things also. Like if you go out there today, you drive along the coast, there are areas which we can sell to be good golf courses. Those who like playing golf can come here and use that and transform it for us. These are the things that you would sell potentials as a diplomat to other countries. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're moving on to the presidential ambition.
Okay.
Yes. So, what motivated you to contest the 2026 elections, presidential elections? What motivated you?
Yeah, I think I am one person who sees myself as, I don't have ambition per se. I have determination and understanding what guides that determination. Because when people are ambitious, sometimes they can be driven by desire or they can be driven by passion. I am driven by passion, not desire, because there is a French proverb that says, le désir dans une pensée, c'est pas une pensée pure. That means if there is desire in thought, that is not pure thought. It is not pure thought, because you are so desirous. And desire, if not controlled, becomes fanatism. Or you are so eager to be the president. That question is very good, and I like the way you asked, because that is an opportunity for me to differentiate. You see, most of us in Africa, whether you are in the opposition or not, they see, not everybody, but most of the politicians see politics as an opportunity, not a responsibility. It is not an opportunity. It is a responsibility. You have to be responsible of yourself. But before you think of yourself, think nation, think region, think area, you think of your compound, your family, and think of yourself. That's what people should do. Because if you start thinking about yourself, you will transform that ambition into searching for opportunities, when actually you don't understand that it is about responsibility. So that's what brought me in. Not that because the movement I'm leading is called the Forward Gambia movement. It's well known. Not to show off what we have, a huge and a large following, I would call it. Silent majority following. The style of politics we introduce, we do not go and call crowds. If people have seen the way, maybe you've seen the videos, I think. We go to the people. We have been to Dimbaya, to Bajiran, to all the places in Fonya. We have been to Kian. People came there. We have been to Pashe. And many people do not see us. I could have given money, some televisions here, Thank you very much. You are not part of them. They will only follow you if you pay them. I mean, but if you're searching for content that you believe should benefit the people, sometimes there are contents you do not buy. And I have a good thank you to send out there to most of the televisions here, because if they are 100, 85 of them definitely are not like that. And I have been invited from my brother on Mendekeri, from Bojan and others, and then I was on Star TV and everywhere else. And I'm pretty sure that the others also, I have been to Kerfatu, the brunch, with Lamin, very good. That's what I would say is a way of reaching out, not for you to use it. The media and politics shouldn't be so business oriented. Okay, somebody like me, if it's about clickbaits and views, everybody knows my personality, and I can say that with confidence that any television that calls me, you will get more views than any time you have ever had a host. They know that. They know that I'm saying the truth. So now that part of it, if you bring everything together, my mission in this thing, Mariama, is this. I am in it to sacrifice wealth, knowledge, experience, or to use it. I can also try to sacrifice for the benefit of others, because when we go out, we reach out to the women. Actually, I do say that. I say it here. My lecturers in Gambian politics are the women. They have already impressed me, and I tell them that sometimes they laugh. I said, "Man, hanya." When I went to Sambakala, there's this woman who told me, "I look at you, I trust you. But please do not be these politicians." She was saying it and crying. Yeah, she said, "Do not be these politicians of dinner, they don't have that." And I looked at her, I said, "Wow." Then I told her that, okay, I came with something. That's the way we do our politics. We go with we don't announce what we give. In all my videos, you will never know how much I'm giving to the women projects. I'm targeting the women and the youth. And the women for me are on top, not because of you are here. They are on top of, and they know. I was in Birkama Kabafita, the president of the organization. We came and she said, "We need Jindi Bali, a big thinking. We need chairs, we need aluminium, plates and all that." And I was like, why is this woman asking about these things? And she said, we have what we call the Kucha project. They get Kucha, repair it, put it in sachets, and take it to the market. They make a lot of money. So I went, I said, okay, I've heard that, let me try and see what I can do. I came back. I did not only buy one item, I bought the Jinibali, the plates, the chairs, and went back. The president said she cannot talk. She said, "Nene Arabula." And she started crying, she said, and I understand. When I was coming from the car, I was wondering, why are they happy that I am back with only Jinibali and all this stuff? And they were clapping, happy, because you know why? I now understand why. The women, the politicians are exploiting them. They do not listen to them. Everybody is blaming the Gambian women, saying, these women, they like this big Calero, they like Benachi. No, it's not true. It's not true. They hijacked it from the women. The women ask for these things. They use it, make money, and put it in the account of their organization. They ask you chairs, 12 chairs, per day is $75 is the rent. If it is a week, they will ask for more. You see, you can see that here, I'm now a doctorate from the Women University of Politics in the country. And then they will still do that for different. I went to Jalamba twice. I went to, Obama, Gunjur. If I start listing places that I've been to, some people will be surprised, because that's what politics is. That's why for Gambian movement, the team I compose with my friends, we call it Forward Gambian Movement Sensitization Team. There is a reason why I choose the words I choose. We are tired of hearing monotonous words like youth mobilizer, women mobilizer. Some people use the word mobilizer in English. They don't even know what mobilization means. For them, you are mobilizing people so that when the candidate comes, you see everybody will come out and start drumming and dancing. I tell the women that do not do that. We have, believe me right now, if I want to call for a crowd, many politicians here will be shaking. It's not a bluff. If I really want to call a crowd, especially in Birga, they will shake because I have 21 different Kabilos that we were in the Yumis. Last weekend, I was in Meme. Tomorrow, we are going to North Bank again because the women saw what we did there. They call us again. You know, we are moving steadily. This is the politics I'm involved into. Yes, I'm in the coalition talks. And maybe you have a question about that. But, you know, so this is what made me enter politics, to sacrifice my wealth, my experience, my time and everything for a country that built me. Everybody will say, I've done this as a leader. Nobody has done anything. Nobody is doing anything for Gambia. Nobody. Gambia, in fact, made us. We should do things for Gambia. Before I close, you hear them say, women empowerment. Our movement is uprooting that and throwing it in the grass. From today, Kiera, you, Nima, and Maria, do not allow any politician or anybody to use this word on you, please, especially you in the university. Empowerment. And I'm going to tell you that. Okay. Nobody can empower a woman. It is just being said, there are women, in fact, involved in it. They themselves hijacking the mindset of the woman. My mother carried me for 9 months, brought you out. Everything else, she stands up for you until today I'm an ambassador. And I turn around and say that I am empowering my mother. No, you are giving back to the woman, but you are not empowering. Nobody can empower you. I want you guys for that to sink in. Do not allow that, because 56% of the population in the Gambia is women. 44% is men. Now look at it, mathematically, Kijera. Isn't it funny, for somebody, or Maria, for somebody, we are 44, you are 56, and we are telling you we are empowering you. Think of it.
Okay, thank you for that. You mentioned your political party, which is Gambia, Forward Gambia Movement, as program. Why did you decide to establish that instead of joining an existing political party?
Well, you see, Forward Gambia Movement does not see, like I told you, I am not into opportunities. Some people would say, ally with this political party, or ally with that party. No, I will not do that. I have a principle. I'm driven by passion. I'm guided by principle. I just don't jump on. You see, some people who are eager to join a political party, to run, go with them, so that tomorrow, I hear those kind of things. It make me laugh. When I was in America, some people tell me, I don't need that any real money. Si palasi baso, I don't palasi bani. I don't. To be honest with you, I've occupied palasi bas in this life.
Yes.
Okay, what I need is falimba, falimo, that's what I am after. So this is it. I mean, but Forward Gambia Movement, the approach we have taken, I see the greater good of things. That's why today, when I saw that this is not partisan, this is Republican, I am now part of the coalition talks. I am there, playing a very important role, and they know that. So this is it. I would not make myself available to emotions or attack myself to people simply because it's peer pressure. I don't go like that. If it is about money, I am not saying that I have more money than the current president. I am not saying that I have more money than any political party leader, but the Quran is here, as I told you before we started when I was teaching you.
Yes.
I was brought up in Al-Quran. I can swear that I am not envious of any one of them. If it is about money and position and comfort, I don't have only one, but more than one compound in the United States.
Wow.
So I am not here for money. With all that this small Gambia made Essa Bokarr see, we should all wipe the tears of this country, because I was born here, grew up here, went to primary school, went to Armitage High School. After that, Gambia has Gambia College. I studied there. I was in the army. Gambian taxpayers paid for it. Definitely, what have I done for them? Everything I have is just like you are a component of the engine of the Gambia. So play your role for the engine to run. You are not doing anything for Gambia. So this is what I have to say for that. So I did not join any party, but when I arrived, everybody else was humble enough. This chair, all the people you are hearing, they came here, we sat, and I went to their places too. Charlie Benson was here, we met. I went to his congress, a good brother. Essa was here, I went to his house also. They are all humble people. Okay, Park was here. UDP, organizing secretary and the whip at the national. So I was here. I met him. Okay, so it's like we are all together in it within humility. I have met one of the doyens in this country. Is Khalifa Abubakar son, for guidance. I met Mama Khan. So I am into coordinating what can bring our principles to be knit together like a cloth. Because each one of them has a principle. And they have a vision, right? But I am there. That's why I said I'm not out of diplomacy. My role as a diplomat is highly respected, recognized within the existing structure of the talks. And I'm using that because all we are after is to make people come together. We can salvage our country. Some people are jubilating, or some people will write online, and I will talk about that maybe in Mandinka. Some people will say, okay, the civilians are saying, if you guys cannot agree, we'll vote for the incumbent. I will never beg anybody for that. If anybody believes that you want to threaten me or threaten the coalition, if you don't come together, go ahead. They are the ones complaining to us. I will not feel the electricity cuts. I will not feel the high prices. I will not feel the prices of this is the opposition shouldn't threaten the voters. The voters also shouldn't threaten the coalition. No, because let the population of the Gambia understand that if you are threatening people with that, then you are making yourself suffer more. You understand? So this is what I'm trying for us. We are all in it together. We are all suffering together. The electricity today, well, I don't know. Maybe they know you are coming. Maybe somebody at Narek understands that Maria is coming. They put it, I don't know. It cuts off on me all the time. Not that because I cannot afford the cash power, but it's because of, like they say in Fula. There's a proverb in Fulani. I don't know whether you speak Fula. They said, so go put it on the money. That means, Kontiro. Ikoni kilinti yeta Fula tebede. So now, whether the country, one is the best or is the worst as far as leadership, let them answer that for themselves. So let them not think that, oh yeah, you guys, no, the voters should not see it as they are doing a favor for the coalition. Neither should the coalition think they are doing a favor to the voters. But if you believe that, oh, if you don't do this, we are going to vote for the incumbent, go ahead. Me, I will not beg anybody for that, because you will suffer more than any person in this world if you do that. Oh yeah. We have reached a stage where the Gambia, we should go into hard talk and frank talk in politics and stop fooling each other and change this country. Yeah.
Came up with a different approach. So I would love you to tell me what makes your political party, as in program, different from other political parties. Probably you can tell me your visions and your mission.
Well, the thing is, I will just repeat maybe some of the things and maybe be more specific for you to. Forward Gambia movement is legally registered. As what we consider to be registration. And the reason why I wouldn't say I'm different. I can say we have different approaches, but there's no difference because the common goal is that we are all together and the aim is to change what is in the country right now. Not only a regime, but a system. I am into changing the mindset, ranging from the electorates to the government, from the government to the electorate. Because we have to say that. We don't have to. Some people, I tell them, I don't fear losing because I'm not losing anything. Because for me, Allah is the only one that I fear to lose, but not cards and votes. No, that's why some people who are in politics, they would not dare say what I am saying. Some people will say, oh, yes, that's the way we should approach the people now. You, the youngsters, the people in the kitchen, in the village, especially you, the university students and everybody, we should speak to you like that. Fact, you tell us the fact, we tell you the fact. We now bring in this country what we call transformational leadership, not transactional leadership. Okay? Katamandirinya falling, adun kake dugalante ti kilinti. Man sakunda dugalante la o man better. Inyanta tamandirinya le falling. Wale ka nyato ta sabatindi dunia. Yeah.
What message would you like to share with the Gambians and who are still undecided about whom to vote for?
Yes, I mean, like I said, you see, I have a large following. Believe me, it's not a blog. Me, everybody who knows me personally, even the one who owns your TV, ask him, he's been following me for years. He always says that. He said, when Essa says, I like you, he means it. When he says, I don't like you, he means it. He says that. Somebody. And we have been talking together for years now. So, what I want to say is this. I mean, like you said, what last word would I have? And maybe not last word, but what message do I have? And when they say undecided voters, you see, this is what I call a cross-pollination of words from different cultures, different areas. We inject them into our political talk. You hear people would say, your first 100 years in the office. That is coming from other countries. Why are we even measuring ourselves on our first 100 years? For 400 days, sorry. Why? You should begin the 100 days before you sit at State House.
Yeah.
I have no guarantee that the people I'm helping with projects right now, tomorrow we are going to do the same thing. The women we are helping, giving them things, and they are doing their gardening. I have no guarantee whether they will vote for me. I don't see it as a give and take like, oh, this is business if I do it. If I don't get the vote, I will get Allah's blessings. This is easy. Okay? Because you have to, a person who doesn't want to take risks shouldn't be a leader. You have to be ready to take risks. Now, for those people they call undecided voters, there are two kinds of undecided voters. The passive, indifferent, undecided voters, and the analytical, undecided voters. I want you to ask me what do I mean. Okay, I know you see how journalists, how they are so fast. What do you mean? Okay, now, the passive and the indifferent. You know, passive is, you know the word in English, somebody who will just sit and say, that's right, exactly. The indifferent is go. I don't think she is. No, you are not. If you were like that, you wouldn't come in.
Yeah.
This team is not like that. You are married and no. Some people will just sleep. Carry them. Okay. That's the indifferent. Okay. The passive is those are there. The other undecided voters I respect because those are the ones who will say, I want to see what will benefit the country. I want to see a serious person who has the strategic acumen in him to bring transformational leadership in this country. I want to see somebody who is not there for himself or herself, because we have to say him and her. For me, I wouldn't mind if we have a woman candidate, I will support her. Sure. For me, it's not about who the person is, but what can you do for the country? That's it. So those people, I will tell them, the ones who are undecided, because they are not convinced it's the role of the coalition to convince them. And those people, most of them, if they really are not convinced, they will also not vote for the incumbent. Now, those people exist in this country. But the others who will be passive and all that and start threatening people, oh, if you don't go, well, it's fine. Like the English would say, you are running between the hyena and the fox. If you think you are doing it to me, I am a tiger. I will just stay on the tree there and look at you. You are not doing to me. If you are a goat, you are telling, hey tiger, don't worry. If you don't stand up for me, I am just going to just give myself to hyena. Go ahead. Me tiger, I will just sleep. Because your bones will be cracking whilst I'm there listening to hyena eating you. I don't know if you really understand what I'm trying to say as a satire. I think you get it. She said, I get it. That's it. So it's like you are running between the hyena and the fox, and you are telling a tiger, a leopard, or a lion, oh, look at you. You are not ready to defend me. I am going to, because the lion may decide to defend you, and then you say, no, I'm just going. Then go. You will meet the hyena and the fox. The hyena doesn't eat you, fox will eat you. You cannot escape. So that's it. So let them not threaten anybody about, if you don't do this, I will vote. Voting for the incumbent, the suffering, and what they are facing right now, nobody needs to be coaxed and anointed for that. You know what you are facing. That's it. Yeah. Well, that's the way I do my politics. Me, I speak direct.
You mentioned how important women are to you.
Yes.
To the point we do like this. So, thank you for that. Okay, what policies would you introduce to empower women? Both
She's using it.
Yes.
What did he say? Give back.
Give back. Okay, what would you like to give back to women? Both economically and politically.
You see, the women, yeah, you're right. I did that. I like doing that. Like, they are here.
Okay.
One, there is a woman called Khadija Tabbas. She is no longer alive. That's my mother. She is there. Your mom is there.
Yes.
Her mother is there. Your mother is there. Everybody's. They are there. Okay? Because, let me give you an example before I answer that question.
Okay.
All the great men in this world, you hear about Sheikh Umar Fuji, don't you?
Yes.
What do the fullers, when they are Niba Jamula, Ibabla, Kwada Adama, Aisha. Aisha is a woman.
Yes.
When they are narrating the story of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was the first person who accepted? Khadija. Okay, is that not a woman?
Yes.
Now, how many hadiths do we have from Aisha?
So much.
Who knows Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam more than Aisha? So how can the woman be here? I'm not saying this because of politics and votes. No, I am saying this because that's what the truth is. Right now, I give you an answer. We are not waiting for 400 days. We are not waiting to win. We have Forward Gambia Movement Sensitization Team, the head of women and youth activities nationwide, because we give appointment letters of people with terms of reference. That's the way we work. Nobody will go off. Even if you watch our videos, nobody is going to overlap here and say, no, you are guided. Okay. That's a lady, Olimatijo. Okay. Assistant to Olimatijo is Sirage. It's a lady. There is another younger lady. She is the one running what we call Forward Gambia Movement Women Business Association, Ajifana Sise. All right? Then we have Kimne Ture. She is a special advisor to me. It's a lady. Okay? So, we also have one woman very active in Numukepe, known as Aida Jeng. It's a woman. So, all over the place, if you go even to other areas, the women are more. Our own Forward Gambia movement, we are more women than men. That's number one signal to show the people that I am not talking about it, I am doing it. And the one, I hardly say that, but they all know, the one managing the finances, the sponsorship, movements and budgets is my wife.
Wow.
And this is not government budget, so you can see, anytime we are to win, she will never even come close to that. But when it's sacrificed, she's the one who does that. And then you have the head of field agents and security assessment wing, that's him, and then you have the one who is leading the media team. It's either the woman or the youth. You can see this man. I think he's 100 years old. He's very old. He's very, very young. He's less than 30 years. So the executive assistant for Ibrahim Sise, a lecturer with his degree, is also less than 35 years. So we have youth there, and we have more women. The roles that the women are playing right now are very powerful roles. For me, even when I was ambassador in Taiwan, I have been working directly with Women Association. They are my mentors and motivators. And right now, in our politics, they all know they lecture me in the field, the women. Because you know what? Maria, you go to people you want to help, or you want to, I don't even want to use the word help, you want to cooperate with and share your experience with them or whatever wealth you have. But how, I don't want to impose it. I went to Sari Alpha. Our representative there is Fatusi, and other women there. The Women Association there, you know what we found them doing? I used to send them money from America. They would buy peanuts. Businessmen would buy, this big, the tomato tin, the short one. They used to buy those peanuts from them for $20. I sent them money from America. I said, I will increase it. Now, don't sell it at $20, sell it at $30. Just to give you a story of this, how smart these Gambian women are. I was giving them money, they were buying a lot of peanuts. So now when the rain came, she called me and said, see, they thought I was going to have a farm. I didn't tell them anything, about Gorgorla. You don't tell them anything. Some people do not like it. I just kept quiet. When the rain came, they called me and said, no, those peanuts are for you. It's not for me. You know what they did? They took those things, made them in sachets, laminated those sachets, went to the Lumo, they sold that, got a lot of money, went and bought the things that they wanted me to buy for them. They are the ones who did that for them.
So, given your extensive diplomatic experience, how would you strengthen the Gambia's relationship with international partners?
Well, I'm going to revive instead of strengthen it because I have played that role and I have achieved results and they are in the files. So I don't need to do anything other than bring back my successes and then continue expanding on those successes. That's it. Because, they call them partners. Some people say development partners, whatever partners. I like the word partner because partnership is what diplomacy should call. Diplomacy should call. Okay? It's not dependency. And that's a good word you have chosen there. If you become the future vice president or president, please maintain partnership.
Okay.
Okay? Because you have to partner with people. Gambia has the potential to be able to partner. So what we will do is to strengthen some of those because they have been weakened. As far as I'm concerned, when you talk about diplomacy right now in the Gambia, it is feverish. Absolutely. Yeah, and that's the truth. Running around here telling people that, we are the UN transitional, justice has been celebrated. Okay, we are here, we're running, going to ECOWAS, and that's what we call the traditional lanes. There is no innovation. There is nothing new. And people have been repeating that over and over and over. Isn't it why Burkina Faso left? Isn't it why Niger left? Isn't it why Mali left? Day before yesterday, Vladimir Putin scored a point where ECOWAS is sitting down, passive and indifferent, and they will come and start defending themselves. They are not doing anything. Okay? Moscow left Moscow to come and negotiate to bring peace between Mali and Algeria when we have African Union here, when we have ECOWAS here. Is that not a failure for our generation? It is. So these are the kind of things I would do though. You see, people do not understand. Some people will go learn and have degrees and sit in offices giving big positions. They will tell you, no, that's not diplomacy. I am a practical diplomat. I grew in it and they know my capacity. Diplomacy is not hypocrisy. You know what diplomacy is? It is to be able to use your talent to make sure that there is reciprocity, give and take. We have something to give you, you have something to take from us. Then no country should feel weak, sheepish if another country, simply because if we do not try to change what we have, the potentials we have, if we don't want to use them, we will continue depending on Senegal for electricity. That's part of what diplomacy should do. Try to find avenues where you will go to bring people that will invest in it or use the potentials in the country to be independent. You see, we are saying that we are an independent country. Well, when it comes to source of power, food, water and everything, are we independent? There are cables in the ozone right now. There are some countries, if they switch off those cables, we will not have internet, we will not have electricity. Oh, sorry, we will not have phone. You might have studied about it. The cable is there. One of them is from Cape Verde down here. Some countries, they still have things that they control about nests of communication. Senegal has them. So you see, these are the things that diplomats should do. But diplomacy is not about, I used to campaign. I've supported this particular party or the incumbent to win, then you will be compensated to go and serve in another country. That is a burden, that's a liability, that's a waste of national resources. It's not good. You should give the job to Nyima, even if she did not support the government, but you know Nyima can do the job, give it to her. That's what I will. If I were to be the president or a future person who will handle the diplomatic arena, we will go by meritocracy and competence. That's it. Nepotism is out of it. Because in fact, even in Fort Gambia, ask them, none of my relatives is that. Nepotism is very dangerous. It's poison. You see, nepotism, favoritism, and praises, they are slow poison. Eventually, they will make the government crumble. Because you are nepotic simply because I know Nyima or Nyima knows this person. Let me give the job to Nyima. Nyima will now be using Mustafa on that, or she'll be using, Mariama under her. You know what happens? Those bosses are usually more brutal because they are incompetent, they want to remain in power, they are the ones who cook stories, they are the ones who will go to the president and try to cook a story about you because they feel threatened because you are more competent. Even if you want to meet the president, they will prefer for you to give them the file so that they will go and then come out and say, you know, trust and distrust. You throw a dice, you will see. Trust is subjective, is relative, and sometimes factual. Like we describe the undecided voter, the indifferent, the passive, and the ones who are genuine. If you sit there and then you say, oh, I don't trust Essa Bokarr, see, that doesn't disturb me because you have not tested. You don't know. You see, some people will use these words, trust, distrust, credibility, integrity. They don't even know what the words mean. Sometimes I say, I wish these words could come to my house. I can be their lawyer. They take so many people to court. Because, that's just the humorous part of it. But why should they trust me? They should trust me because I am one person who is competent, has proven myself beyond all reasonable doubts, and the records are that. They have not seen me before any commission of inquiry. They have not seen me at the Truth and Reconciliation that I was shooting and killing people. Why shouldn't they trust me? There are people who are being trusted and entrusted in this country. They have done worse thing to the country. Is it about trust or is it about favoritism and nepotism? I believe it's not about trust. Because there are so many people in this country. Some of them are on top there. They know if trust is to come in the open as midday sun, trust will point at them and say, I trust, I don't trust you. Yes. Isn't it?
Yeah, you are right.
That's funny, right?
Yeah, it is.
You're laughing because you're thinking intellectual. Because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If the trust was to come at midday today and we assemble, I can lay my hand on the Quran. There are many people being escorted today. If trust was to come, okay, Mr. Trust, how are you, sir? I'm fine. Here is Essa. Essa, you know, I know. I trust. I don't trust you. So this trust will say, let's go. Because if trust doesn't trust you, we go with distrust. You know, I'm trying to play with words as a literature student here. But we know this country. We know people. We see them. We know that looking at their track record, looking at their behavior, you sit and hear people tell you in politics, men diate afo campaign watola barini ganyete men diate okay. Will you trust a person like that? If you trust a person like that and you distrust me, I will sleep for 3 days without even bothering. I'll just get up and drink some coffee and sleep again because I'll be so comfortable because I know you the one who trust that person, you don't know what trust means. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the program. I don't know if my co-host will want to say final goodbye to our audience.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say. All I would say is thank you,
Ambassador.
Ambassador. We are honored to have you here. And may God bless you.
Amen. Amen.